Caravaggio's 1606 Saint Jerome contains a theological message that is rarely fully appreciated. Saint Jerome appears covered with a red drape, exposing his bare flesh. The old man is intent upon translating the Bible, both the Hebrew and the Greek, into Latin. The Hebrew Bible lies closed in the dark, beneath an open Greek Bible in the light. Yet, a skull sits on the Greek Bible, holding it open, as it were. The skull as reminder of death, to be sure, but also as death itself. The Greek Bible exposes us to death, to the limits of our humanity, to the cross. The Greek Bible, the saint's stylus, and a drape pressed beneath the Hebrew Bible all share the same purity. They are all white or touched by the light. Yet the stylus alone points upward. The Greek Bible merely faces the light, though the shadow of death looms over it. The Greek Bible does not rise towards the light, but merely testifies to it, as it is overcome by death. The saint's stylus stands for translation, the heart of which is interpretation. The Hebrew, mysterious or closed Bible, and the Greek open Bible are not enough to vindicate the purity pressed or repressed under the weight of the Hebrew law. What is needed is interpretation. For the Greek Bible offers merely the promise of the understanding, rather than understanding as such. It offers us a vision of the invisible, inviting us to return to the invisible in the element of reflection. Saint Jerome is a translator, though not merely of the Hebrew into the Greek, of the hidden into the exposed. He is a translator into Latin as language of interpretation. He reconnects the Greek and the Hebrew, or the Greek to the Hebrew. Hence the role of his left hand, which marks a page from the old as reference for the open page, or our reading of the new. It is through his work of interpretation that the saint sheds the blood we are stained with, as the red drape that relates him to the dark, that covers his darkness. The saint's stylus, his art of interpretation, rises above the red cloth laid below his right arm. Sin translated into redemption. Sin interpreted in light of a promise of redemption. The old read in the light of the new, the saint would then be returning to the old. He would be reading the new as a reminder of the meaning, the soul, the spirit of the old. St. Jerome's eyes, reflecting the skull's own cavities, remain in the dark for us. His halo, a faint line of light surfacing out of utter darkness. The chiaroscuro does not reveal any mystery, but invites us to return to mystery, to the secret of the old law. For the reason why it presses upon the white drape, the drape that is not yet dyed in red. Have we lost our original purity? Is the stylus of interpretation needed to recover it? But where are we to find our original purity, the very substance of purity, as opposed to the mere promise of purity in our dark world? Are we to seek purity in our mortal world, a world steeped in death, a world whose light is stained by sin, an earthly world in which the only bright color is that of crime? The white drape lies between a wooden or earthly material table and the old law, trapped between matter and form. Can the saint's stylus provide a way out, a way through which our purity, our original blessing, can be freed from its current predicament? Could an old man's feather lifted over a backdrop of darkness suffice to save us from our world's curse? Can an innocent feather wash away the red staining the saint's very hands? Does that feather belong to a bird, through which the saint's three visible fingers, principally the thumb, are one? Is the feather the truth about the middle finger, the orientation of which remains unclear in the dark? The saint's reflective visage responds to that of a death weighing upon Greek promises. The response comes in the element of reflection rather than through physical confrontation. Interpretation stands as mediation. Is this the role of purity in our world? Is the pure to serve as mediator rather than as solution? Is interpretation, philosophy itself, to abstain from providing solutions to our problems in the interests of the gathering of worldly solutions on a path pointing to an otherworldly one?